YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Coach Rob 619, back with another Believe the Hype. Like I said before, I mentioned in my other videos that I definitely was going to tackle this house of Roja Dove, and I was trying to figure out a way to, which one to bring first. So I figured I'm just going to do it alphabetically. So I'm gonna start off with the first fragrance that I have. That if you follow my channel, you know that I told you guys where I received these samples from. But as you can see, it's Oswald. The fragrance is called Oud. Now, before I get into this video, it's one thing, when I was following the hype train and I was, reading blogs and I was, watching other people's videos and just hearing, on Facebook, fragrance groups and just hearing people hype this house up. The one thing, the common denominator was always the quality of this house, like the ingredients that they use, how much quality that these fragrances had, and with these price tags, the quality it's a must. It better be there. You know what I mean? This one right here, this oud, I think this how much did this cost? I think it's like 425, 375. I don't know what it is, but it's expensive. I seen it on eBay for like 1,200. So I don't know what the price actually is. I think at the Oswald house or the Oswald store, it's 425 for a 3.4 ounce. I think that was the correct price. Don't quote me. I mean, I'm sure you can look that up online. So, and they have fragrances up to $1,000 or more. So, we can all assume that he's using the finest ingredients. But what my question is to the perfumers out there, the fragrance gurus out there, the other reviewers, all you guys that follow this passion. My question would be, how do you know that he's using fine ingredients? How do you know that he's using the highest quality ingredients? Like where do you find that information at? Or do we just assume that because of the price tag, the price point of these fragrances? Because me personally, when I'm smelling some of them, I don't smell something that just blows my mind and just screams that I'm finer quality than anything that you smelled before. Like when I smell this, I don't say, you know what, this is better than Amouage. This just blows Amouage out the water. This just blows out, another niche house. And maybe it's just me. But that's my question to the community. How do you know what ingredients are used, and how do you know that he's using the finest ingredients? Are you just basing that on your smell? Because I can't tell. And I was reading an article recently that somebody posted. I can't remember where I seen this article at, but another thing I've never seen anybody do, any reviewer, including myself, I've never seen a reviewer say a fragrance has a synthetic in it. Like, we all say, matter of fact, where are my synthetics at? Because as you guys know, I'm still in the process of creating fragrances, and I've been pricing ingredients myself now. And there are notes. I mean, we there are notes that are very expensive. Like rose is expensive, jasmine is expensive, sandalwood is an expensive note, ambergris is an expensive note. So there are natural notes that I understand if you're using a heavy ambergris or a sandalwood fragrance or rose or jasmine, authentic essential oil of jasmine. I can see how the production of that fragrance would be expensive because those are expensive notes. But when I'm seeing a house that's using ordinary notes, I can't I can't put two and two together. I can't see how it can be that expensive. I mean, oud is an expensive note too. But let me see if these are my synthetics. For example, here goes one right here. Ultrazor. I've never seen a reviewer, and this is an aquatic, marine type of smell, real oceanic. Ton of houses use this ingredient. niche and designer uses Ultrazor in their fragrances. Now, maybe you guys heard it and I haven't. In the comments, let me know one reviewer that has smelled the fragrance and said, I smell Ultrazor in this fragrance. You'll never hear it. You will hear, oh, this smells natural, oceanic. It smells like, seaweed or ocean breeze, aquatic. That's what you're smelling. You know what I mean? So now that I'm getting into putting my noses on a ton of synthetics, putting my noses on, true essentials, CO2 essentials, I mean all kinds. I'm starting to realize, I think I mentioned this before, but I'm starting to realize that there's a lot of things that go beyond and go behind, fragrance making that we as reviewers don't really touch on. And I smell natural like essential oils that smell synthetic. Like that there's synthetic counterparts that smell way more natural than the actual natural essential oil, which blew my mind because with these synthetics, you can capture the best elements of an essential oil. And what I mean by that, and I'm going on a whole tangent. I know I'm going on a rant. I'm about to end my rant real quick. But basically, I'm just trying to illustrate the point that we always don't know what truly goes into these fragrances. And a lot of us in this community have the belief that if it's niche, if it's expensive, that they're using the finest ingredients when some of these houses actually just use synthetics just like designer houses. And I was reading an article, that's what I meant to say. I was reading an article, I forgot who posted it, where I seen it, but I'm gonna post it in the description of this video, where the creative director of the Amouage house, I forgot his name, is something Chong, and I'll probably put his name or picture or something in this video later on when I edit it. But he was saying how pretty much essentially the same thing I just said, basically that Amouage uses synthetics also. And with that, it gives the perfumer the more freedom to capture exactly what it is that they're going after. Because I think when I was in one of my fragrance classes, we were smelling jasmine. And jasmine, the natural note of jasmine has a ton of molecules. Like there's different scents. So you may get the floral, you may get the sweetness, you may get the dirty, like vetiver smell from jasmine. And there may be a molecule in the natural essential oil that you don't really care too much for. Now, in a synthetic version of jasmine, you can pinpoint, you can isolate each single note. So if you just want more floral, you just want that floral aspect of jasmine, you can get that in a synthetic. If you want that dirty aspect of jasmine, you can get that in a synthetic. So as a perfumer, you can see how that would benefit you if you're making a perfume and you have a distinct vision of what you want. So when Chong, I hope that's his name, but when he has a vision for the Amouage perfumers, like in his head, this is what I want you to create. They can, with exact, laser point precision, they can create that with synthetics. But we never hear reviewers, including myself, say that these houses have synthetics. We just, constantly tell you how great the notes are, and they're using rich essential oils and all this stuff when some of them are using synthetics. But that's my rant. I'm gonna get off that. I'm gonna get back on this oud and tell you exactly what it smells like to me. Now this one, I don't know what it's supposed to be or what it's supposed to smell like. Obviously there's some oud in there. It's supposed to probably be a rich, sweet, resinous oud, um, kind of amber feeling. But to me, what I get, this scent, out of all the ones that I smelled, I have 6 of them. Out of all 6 of the Roja Dove fragrances that I smelled, this one instantly took me to my childhood. Now, I don't mean that in a positive way. This took me to one of my aunts, and I hope she's not watching this video, but this took me to a place when I was young, and I have an aunt who, when I used to go spend a night over there, go visit my cousins or whatever, this is her scent. This smells like exactly the scent that she would exude every time I go over there. And what that scent was, it was Newport cigarettes and cheap woman's perfume. That to me, to my nose, that's exactly what this oud smells like. There's this smoky, and it's the oud. The oud smells like a ashtray. It's like a ashy, smoky. It's that scent that you get, and we've all smelled a guy or a woman, somebody that smokes cigarettes, and they smoked a cigarette maybe 5, 10 minutes ago, but when they come past you, or when they come close to you, if you're not a smoker like me, when they come to you, they reek of that. I don't know if that's the smell of nicotine or tobacco or whatever. They reek of that cigarette smoke smell. And that's what this has. It has like a ashy, smoky ashtray Newport cigarette like vibe, like character, with a perfume, like a woman's perfume, like a cheap woman's perfume smell on top of that. And it's kind of like when a woman, she's probably wearing like some drugstore perfume and she's trying to cover up her cigarette smell or the stench with perfume. That's exactly what this smells like. And I know some of you gonna probably be like, man, this guy is crazy. This is has the finest ingredients. This is a Roja Dove. It's $500 and blah blah blah. But to me, um, Newport cigarettes and cheap woman's perfume is what you get with this. There's no way in the world that I would ever spend 20 bucks on this, let alone what, 475 or whatever the price is. It's crazy. And this could have great ingredients in it. I don't know. That's why I ask you out there, all you guys that are viewing this, please tell me the fine ingredients that he put in this. I'm sure he did. I'm not doubting that he did, but how do we know? How do we know? Because if he did, I mean, I can't tell. I can't smell it. But on this fragrance, for me, some of you guys may like it. 'Cause I know some of you guys like these strange kind of smelling fragrances, and it's no knock on you guys that do. But if you anything like me, run away from this one. Don't even waste your time trying to sample it. Don't waste your time. Do not blind buy it at all. If anybody hypes this up, do not believe them. This is not worth the money, and this is not a good fragrance. This smells like cheap woman's perfume mixed with Newport cigarette smoke. That's what that is. So obviously, my determination on this is do not believe the hype. Now, the rest of his house, it's some cool ones in there. So I will get to those. Don't think I'm gonna believe the hype, so I'm just gonna bash his house to death. But I'm gonna keep it real, just like I did in this video. And I'm not gonna waste your time with the no breakdown and all that. Cause with this one, at least I'm not. This one, it don't matter. That's the scent that you're gonna get. That's the scent that's gonna come off. And this is the only one out of all 6 that I have that I didn't even test publicly. So I can't tell you if this is gonna be a compliment getter, which I know it isn't. But I can't tell you how long it lasts. I can't tell you what the projection is like because I don't really care. I would not put this on. I'm scared to put this on and go out to people I know and ask them their opinion of it. So that's why this one. So this pretty much would be my most bashed review that you've seen from me. The rest would be a little bit better because the rest of the fragrances are better. But this one, stay away from it. But depending on what the ladies say, determines what I spray. Peace.